Good morning. It's day 2, February 23rd of, it's a Monday, of my 30-day wake up, greet the day, and play challenge. And it's hot. It's 29 degrees Fahrenheit. And like, what is that? Oh, well, I really don't know. I had to look it up. Minus 1.67 Celsius. So that sun is already blazing this early in the morning. So I thought I'd show you a little bit of setting up. Woke up with a bit of a sore throat, so I've already been sucking on Ricolas in the true Swiss Alphorn fashion. This is my very fun tripod. The legs splay out at an angle, and it's an antique German mark on yeah. There we go. Okay, so it's a fun tripod, and the shorter foot actually goes downhill. If you've got like a guitar tripod, the short leg, it should tilt toward the bell, toward the bottom of the Alphorn, down the slope. So I've got the tripod set up very haphazardly with the slope behind us and then facing out down the valley. So that's generally how you want to position yourself. Got the bell. I didn't forget that. Always forgetting something. I have to have like this checklist. Everything, the body goes in this case. Borrowed a rifle case. Okay. And they're all nested together. So I'll take the largest first and hold that. I'm going to align the dots. A lot of Alphorns will have positioning dots at the various sections, and you want to match those up. Sometimes if you have a Alphorn that's a little squiggly, you figure out the straightest it can be as you align the sections up, and then you should place dots so that you can put it together like that every time, so it can be as straight as possible. These things are really quirky. You also want to take care of your connections. You don't want to wear them out, get them loosey-goosey. So I was told by the builder to put it, straight on. Don't get it on and then kind of twist it to align the positioning dots. Here's one. I don't know if you can see it. It's just a bit of black Sharpie. Very fancy. And then I've got another silver Sharpie right there, dot on the leather strip that goes around the bell. And so I'm going to line those up. Boom. So, yeah. Okay, next piece. Middle section. Okay. Where's my dot? There it is. Okay. So these should be lubricated when you put on your Vaseline, your gun grease, whatever. Apply it to the inside not the part that goes in, but actually the receiving end. Put it in there because you don't want to have a bunch of grease on this end. It just gets off on everything. So anyway, in the wintertime, you can get away with Vaseline. But gun grease is great for summer when it's really hot because it won't, flow away. So it's cold, put the Vaseline on. Yeah, anyway. Okay, I'm gonna place the foot of the bell. It's literally a foot. There we go. I'm gonna put it on a rock because if I have to choose between snow and sod or grass and a rock, I'd rather put it on a rock and get that resonating. There we go. Resonating sound. Okay. I remembered my mouthpiece. It's nice in the winter in the cold, to be playing on wood rather than a metal mouthpiece. But if you have a metal one, that's not too bad. Oops. I am wearing an earbud. A white one, which is so dumb. But I like to actually plug one of my ears. That way I can hear myself. It's hard when the sound is emanating 12 feet away at the end of the bell to hear yourself. So having one ear plugged, just like in singing, you can hear yourself better if you plug your ear. It's the same thing. The other ear then can hear those around you and kind of also what your instrument sounds like. So it's a bit more of a, I don't know, stereoscope. I don't know what the heck that would be, but that's what I typically do. When I'm rehearsing in my garage, I plug both ears because my phone alerts me, man, you have gone over 90 decibels for such and such an amount of time. So this thing is really loud. I am guaranteed to make mistakes. So, because that's just what it is. I mean, certainly how I play, I make a lot of mistakes. But it's just a hard instrument to be perfect, play perfect at. The key is not to not make mistakes, but to try and recover from them. You keep going on rather than stopping, starting. That's annoying for the listener to hear someone just, I'm going to stop and start all the way over. But, you are heard from a long way away. You have no idea who is where and how far you can be heard, sometimes miles. So just try to sound, pretty, blah, blah, blah. I have not warmed up, so I'm going to do a little bit of warming up. Can you see me okay? Hopefully. Can turn just a little bit. There we go. How's that? I can hear the chickadees. I can hear the stellar jays especially. For me, I play better when I have chapstick on. Okay. go. Yay. Oh yeah, it's great echo. One of the things you're striving to do is to play a solid note without fluctuating at the end. A lot of folks will play, you know, da, and they'll creep up. Um, so it's important to try to hit the note um, and keep it solid. There's a lot you can do with your embouchure to tune these things. So it's important to listen to those around you and bend the note up or down. But you don't want to accidentally wobble and go off your note either. Um, you can also tune it, the horn, if you're sharp. You can pull out the lower sections a centimeter, an inch. You can do it a couple inches using two different sections. It's best not to pull out a long ways on any one section. You want to sort of divide between a couple so that you don't have any air escaping, basically. You know, you want to keep a tight connection, so you only want to come out a little bit on each one so that you can change the tuning with as little effect on just one connection as possible. So that's if you're sharp. The longer you make the horn, the lower it's going to go. So if you've ever seen those really gigantic horns, the bull moose, they are 25. They're double the length. Typically, these are a little over 12 feet. So double that would be like 24 feet, 8 inches. Would be a bull moose. They're very low. They're another octave down. They can really hit the low notes. So lengthening lower. If you're the lowest person, if you are a flat player, then everyone else needs to. You can't do anything about that. You can't go any sharper. So the whole group has to tune to the flattest person. So there's a lot of just jiggering with these things. So anyway, let's see. noticing a couple horses down here, and they're all like, what is going on? And the dogs are going mad. Generally, animals really, they at the very least do not mind the Alphorn, and they're often actually quite attracted to it. We've been at lakes playing, and we'll have fish jumping out of the water, just a lot of activity. The ducks and geese come paddling over to check us out, and dogs stick their head in the bell, and cows really love it. I mean, this was such an instrument of the Alps. All the herdsmen, the shepherds, they had, these are the early cell phone, so that's how you communicate. You let people know if there's an issue or that all's well, using your Alphorn that you make yourself, out of a spruce tree, growing the right shape, split it in half, hollow it out, glue it back together, and then you wrap it in cane, and it would last for a few years. Nowadays, the glues are so much better. You can repair cracks, and they each person had their own unique, tunes, melodies that their flock or their cows would recognize, so they could call their own group, even if you had all kinds of cows pasturing together in the Alps in the summer. You could call your individual group, and the cows, they knew when it was milking time, but more when you had somebody, end of day playing these beautiful, soft, natural tuned notes, they really let down their milk. That's how they swore, the Swiss, why their cheese is so good is because, happy cows. So anyway, so that was a riff on an Arcady Schildklapper, Kornblum, Kornblum. And that really sounds like a Native American, a beautiful, with that B flat, that minor note in there. But it's actually written by a gentleman who's Russian, and his music, I love all his music. I love to practice with it because it incorporates a lot of slurring. Da 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 da, slurring, and that's great, strengthening and skill exercises. So I like to play it just for that reason alone, but I think it's really pretty music too. Anyway, so I'll probably play some more, but I'll turn the camera off. Thank you for joining me, day 2. Greet the day and play.